What's up, guys? You're watching Boy TV, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley. This was suggested by a patron, so you know how to check it out. I really enjoyed the last Elvis reaction I did. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously, and if you guys are interested in exclusive content, or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. Now people, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand. You're gonna be an angry young man someday. And take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Well, the world turns, and a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns, so he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, he tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And then the young man dies on a cold and gray Chicago morning. Another little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries.
Man, very deep and emotional song from Elvis. I had no clue Elvis made music like this, commenting on like social problems. This song was very deep and well thought through, and he told a pretty sad story here. I love the drums on this song. I enjoyed the riffs as well. The violins gave this one a sentimental kind of feeling. Love the bass line on this song, and I enjoyed the way he used those uplifting horns to kind of make a call to action. And of course, the vocals were fantastic on this one. Elvis has a signature voice, deep and rich, and it really has a unique sound to it. Now let's check out the lyrics on this song. He said, as the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries, because if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. So he's setting the scene here. It's a cold and gloomy day in Chicago, and a child is born into a poverty-stricken environment. He said his mama cries because she's basically concerned about how she's gonna feed this new child that she has. She's probably barely providing for herself, and now this is just added weight on her shoulders. Next verse he says, people, don't you understand? A child needs a helping hand, or he'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? So this is a call to action from people that have the ability to do something about this. He's saying it's not necessarily our responsibility, but if we don't, it will affect society at some point. He said if this child doesn't have a helping hand, he's going to turn into an angry young man. And an angry young man is volatile in society. And help doesn't always mean money. It could be mentorship, opportunities, or just being shown a different way. Next verse he says, well, the world turns and a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as a cold wind blows in the ghetto, and his hunger burns, so he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. So this kid is growing up in an environment where his physiological needs are not being met. He's a growing boy and he doesn't have any food to eat. At this point, he's in survival mode. So then he starts to get into things that maybe he shouldn't. If he doesn't have anyone showing him a better way, he's gonna revert to the most basic. On top of that, he's probably angry and resentful at his situation. That just exacerbates poor decision making. When you grow up in situations like this, a lot of people are in survival mode. And when you grow up in the streets, you become rough and tumble, especially without a mentor. Last verse I'll go over, he says, then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far. And his mama cries as the crowd gathers round an angry young man face down on the street with the gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as her young man dies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries in the ghetto. So this young man turned to a life of crime as his last resort and was obviously killed in some sort of exchange. Then it talks about his mom crying as he's laying there dead, and right at that instant, another little baby child is born, and the mother of that child cries because she's in the exact same situation as this mother is, and thus the cycle continues. So this is a beautiful way to illustrate that, and it's really a sad reality of life. If people would band together and pay more attention to situations like these, it would be a net positive for society. Getting people that grow up in situations like these educated can prevent them from turning to a life of crime. People who don't have food to eat tend to not care about education because their base level needs aren't met. And once again, the less education, the more likelihood of poor decisions. Man, this was a deep song. Great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.